Hi, I'm Pam Damour, the Decorating Diva, and I'd like to show you how to use this ruler that I personally developed myself. You know, in my studio, I have a gazillion rulers, and if you don't know how many a gazillion is, that's quite a few. But anyway, I have just a lot of different rulers for different purposes, and I was using a lot of different rulers for a lot of different techniques, and I thought to myself, I need to combine a bunch of rulers into one. So what I did was I took a regular quilting ruler that was 4 by 8, which is the size of this one. I took another ruler that was a square ruler where the 45-degree angle lines go into the corner, and then I took a cutting guide that had the grooves cut out and combined them into one tool. Now the reason why it's 4 by 8 is when I hem my draperies from my DVD 108 Designer Draperies, we hem our draperies up at 8 inches and then we fold them under 4 inches. And then when we mark our pleats, we mark them 4 inches apart. So that's why it's this nice little size. The other thing that I've done, I'm going to lay this on the table so you can see this. The other thing I've done is I've taken out all the little lines. There's nothing smaller than 1/4 of an inch. So, you know, for home dec, we don't use 1/8 inches or 1/16 or 32nds. 1/4 inch is the smallest that we care about. It's a much more forgiving sewing art form. So we use the 1/4 inch. And so I've taken out all those other lines. So I've got 45-degree angle lines that go into the corner for using my mitering techniques in DVD 110, Magic Miters, Hems and More. And then for the draperies. But the nice thing about this too is these grooves in the back are designed so that when I want to trim my welt cord or my micro welt, I can trim it to a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So when I made this pillow is sewn with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Okay, and all of the home dec seam allowances are 1/2 inch. But sometimes when you're cutting your bias, it's hard to gauge. So that's why this is such a great tool. Now I'm a lefty, so I have to do it opposite. So if you're going to do this at home with me, you could be my mirror if you're right-handed. So I'm using my rotary cutter, and I cut, and it trims off everything in excess of a 1/2 inch. Then I just slide it down, trim, slide, trim, slide, and so on, and before long I have trimmed my entire length of my welt cord. Now for the micro welt, same thing, only turned it around this way. Again, for the micro welt, it'll do a 1/2 inch seam allowance, trim, slide, trim, slide, trim, slide, and that's the beauty of the home dec ruler. And I hope you enjoy it.